It's Saturday, November 4th, 2023. Please make sure to like this video, share this video, make sure you subscribe. But I want to get right into a few things. We saw a really big week in the markets, and more bad news is good news for the markets. But I want to talk about the reality of things that are coming right now, and the news is going to get much, much worse. We're going to see a lot more people lose their job. And the unfortunate thing is when people lose their jobs, they're not going to last very long. Why is that? Because they don't have money put away. They don't have capital. They don't have assets. They don't have food put away. They don't have other skills to fall back on. These people are going to be in very, very big trouble. And if I were you, I would probably expect a knock at the door, because you're going to have friends, you're going to have relatives, people from work coming to your house asking you for help. You're going to be receiving phone calls for help. Many people over the last year have written me numerous times that they have friends, relatives, ex-girlfriends, ex-boyfriends asking them for money, already asking for help. This has been going on for over a year, and it's going to continue. You know, all over the Coachella Valley here, I can go through neighborhoods, and you will see certain areas where there are so many cars parked out in the street of these single-family residences, apartment buildings, so many cars parked out in the streets, so many cars parked in the driveways, people living in garages, people sleeping in the living rooms. This has been going on for years. And so I think a lot of people just believe that the bad times are just beginning, that the recession is just beginning. This has been going on for well over a year, ladies and gentlemen, and it's going to continue to magnify. I've been watching, you know, for years, 2 years, 3 years. A few years ago, we had the retail apocalypse. Probably at least 2 years ago, maybe even 3 years ago, I was filming videos showing you all the cars parked in the driveways, all the cars parked out in the streets, parts of Orange County, parts of Riverside County. This has been happening for a while, and it's going to continue to get much worse. So expect people to come to you for help. They're going to need food. They're going to need a place to sleep. They're going to need somebody to protect them. And so you're going to have to answer that knock at the door. You're going to have to answer that phone call. And, you know, the answer you give is completely up to you. But remember, when people are eating your food, they're eating your calories, they're drinking your water, they become a liability. Why weren't these people preparing like you were a couple years ago? Why weren't they doing the same thing? And now they're going to expect you to help them. So we're going to have some big decisions to make here in the very, very near future, and it's already begun. It's already happened. People have already, in many cases, have already come knocking at the door, have already asked you for a handout, have already asked you for cash. Daily Mail, Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo. Customers hit with deposit delays after major glitch with payment processor delaying 900,000 transactions. I don't know about you, but there have been a lot of glitches lately in the banking system, hasn't there? This took place yesterday, and of course, a Friday, a payday. People had bills to pay. They had bills to cover. Now, I don't know if this has been resolved today. More than likely, some of it has, some of it hasn't. But this has put people in a bind. But 900,000 delayed transactions, that's unbelievable. Think about how quickly the financial system can just be shut down. Yesterday was another example of this. And when it's shut down, people are stranded. They can't pay their bills. And in many cases, these are people living paycheck to paycheck. Now, they're going to bounce checks, and are these banks going to, are they going to make this right? Are they going to make these people whole? Are they going to correct this problem? The system is in very, very big trouble. And, you know, I'll watch videos out there and people will say, you better get ready. Better get ready. Things are bad. You better get ready. Well, what are you getting ready for is the first question I have. Are you just getting ready for bank glitches, or are you getting ready for the financial system to shut down and leave you stranded? Are you getting ready for hungry people knocking at your door? Are you getting ready for social disruptions in America? Are you getting ready for a bigger crime wave coming to America? Are you getting ready for the blowback or repercussions from the Middle East to take place right here in America? Are you getting ready for that? The question is, a lot of people just keep saying the same thing. The economy's bad, you better get ready. You better get ready. Well, what are you getting ready for? There's a lot more than just a bad economy that's going to take place, ladies and gentlemen. And there's a lot of things you better get ready for, not just having the banking system shut down or you bouncing a check. How would you feed yourself if you couldn't use the ATM machine, if you couldn't get cash out of that machine, if your little plastic card didn't work? What would you do? If a store couldn't process a transaction electronically and you had to use cash, do you have enough cash put away? Or is all your cash in the system? Do you have gold? Do you have silver that is very, very liquid, that can be converted into cash very, very easily, even at the worst of times? So you have to ask yourself the first thing: what are you getting ready for? And I would ask myself, what are the obvious problems we're going to see? Well, of course, you're going to see financial systems shut down. You're going to see banks shut down. You could see Wall Street shut down. I mean, these systems, no doubt, are extremely fragile. When you see yesterday 900,000 transactions delayed, that's nearly 1 million just in the blink of an eye. And of course, it's just a glitch. How do we know this wasn't purposely done? Things are going to happen financially. Things are going to happen socially. You have to think, are you prepared with enough food? Do you have skills? You know, what are you preparing for? This is going to be, what I'm saying here, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be much more than just financial. This is going to have very social implications taking place. And that means that you may not have food or water or security. This means somebody may be coming to your house to take what you have. Do you have the necessary means to protect yourself? Do you have the skills to protect yourself? So it's easy to just say, get ready, get ready. What are you getting ready for, and how are you getting ready? Are you training? Are you getting in the best physical shape of your life? I, again, see all these people telling you to get ready. They don't look like they could run 10 feet without falling over. They don't look like they could really defend themselves if they had to. They don't look like the type of people that would do much if somebody kicked the door in and started taking everything out of their homes. They don't really look like they could do much. I think a lot of these people who make these videos should start walking the walk and start practicing what they preach. And first off, I would start with getting in better physical shape. Secondly, I would begin to learn security, knowing how to deal with very, very evil people. You're going to need more than a slingshot. I would probably not have all my money in the bank. I probably wouldn't have a majority of my money in the bank. I would have most of it out. I would be buying more gold, more silver. Many of these people who make these videos, you know as well as I do, don't have any gold or silver. They're telling you to buy this stuff. They don't believe in what they're really selling, okay? That's why they can make videos and laugh about it, because they don't really fear or have a concern with what's coming. I can tell you right now, I'm very, very concerned with what's coming. I don't buy gold and silver because it's shiny and it looks pretty. I buy it because it is protection. It is liquid. That if this electronic system goes down, I have something to fall back on. I don't have all my money in the bank. I have it in multiple locations. I am my own central bank. Okay? I would much rather be able to deal with the banking system, but I can't deal with the banking system because I don't trust the banking system, and neither can you. That's why we need to be our own central banks. The system is breaking down. That's why we no longer are using it. That's why we're detaching from it. Why put all your money in the bank? Why put all your assets in the bank? Why be completely invested in a system that is breaking down? It makes no sense whatsoever. Fifth bank failure this year. Citizens Bank in Iowa fails, closed by regulators. This is the fifth official bank failure of the year. This bank was established in 1929, almost 100 years old. The FDIC shut it down after regulators discovered significant loan losses on its balance sheet. Iowa Trust and Savings Bank has assumed all deposits in order to protect depositors. This bank, again, around almost 100 years. Now, they're not disclosing where or what those loans, what loans went sour. Could be bonds, but again, they're not being specific on what loans went bad here. But they had $66 million in total assets, $59 million in total deposits as of September. So there goes another one biting the dust. And you know as well as I do, I don't have to tell any of you that there are a lot of banks. Probably more than half the banks in this country are in very, very big trouble. We are going to see things we never thought humanly possible right here in the United States of America. Here's another one today on the hedge. Central banks on course for colossal year of gold buying. Globally, central banks added a net 337 tons of physical gold in the third quarter. The second highest third quarter total on record, just behind 2022. So the second highest third quarter total of physical gold, next to the record third quarter of 2022. Unbelievable. So back-to-back third quarters of huge physical gold buying. The People's Bank of China led the way, of course. They added 78 tons of the yellow physical metal to their vaults. National Bank of Poland added 57 tons, this also in the third quarter. Peter Schiff said gold will retain its value even when someone cuts off the power to the global financial system, destroying traditional assets based on electronic accounting records. That is so true. And this is why you can't have all your money in a bank. This is why you shouldn't have your gold or silver in a safe deposit box in a bank. The more you become your own bank, the stronger you're going to be. The more self-sufficient, the more independent you're going to be as a human being. Imagine if the electronic financial system took a major hit. How quickly would these gold nations come together and begin using gold? Or maybe this is when we see the BRICS nations really come to power. But think about how this could be really planned out to crash the U.S. banking system, the U.S. financial system, maybe the global financial systems, to bring in a new currency, to bring in a gold-backed currency. Now, I don't know if that's a stretch. I'm just thinking out loud here. But boy, these glitches that we've been watching over the last year or two, federal, government, banking, financial, schools, hospitals, military, personal, you name it. It's been going on for really a couple years where we've really seen this really at a record pace. But think about the technology that is out there and think about if they just shut the entire global financial system down, or maybe certain countries like the US, and brought out a new international currency backed by gold. Is this possible? Is this how it's going to play out? I have no idea. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. But I will say this. I will continue buying gold. I will continue buying silver. And many of you continue to reach out to me asking me where I buy from. I have a link down below, SD Bullion. They've been fantastic. I'm dealing with SD Bullion for 5 years now. I've never had a bad experience. They are a legit quality company, fast shipping, competitive rates, and a company that I've done business with, the only company I've done business with now for 5 years. SD Bullion, link down below. I don't care if you use SD Bullion or you use somebody else. I'm using SD Bullion. I don't care if you buy gold or you don't. I'm buying it, and people in my circle are buying it, and I think it's a smart investment or a smart way to protect wealth, smart way to protect yourself if the electronic system goes down. There's no doubt that gold has been no doubt keeping up with inflation. And as things get worse, as tensions escalate around the world with more and more war, Gold is not going anywhere. It's got a 5,000-year history. It's God's money. Silver will come along for the ride. So again, I'm not here to tell you to go to SD Bullion and go buy gold or silver. You can do whatever you want to do. There's other companies out there, but the company I've been using is SD Bullion. Again, you don't have to buy anything. You can go buy cryptos. You can go buy stocks. You can go buy bonds. You can do whatever your heart desires. I'm just sharing with you on a daily basis what I'm doing. And to the people out there who ask me where I'm buying gold and silver from, it's SD Bullion. The president's strategic petroleum reserve election gimmick undercut national security. This on the Hedge today. The SPR is at the lowest level since 1984, and it couldn't have come at a more perilous time in the world. Why? Well, take a look at what's going on in the Middle East. Take a look at what's happening in Ukraine. The world today is less safe than any time since I've been alive. And we are less prepared to withstand foreign adversaries. We're less prepared to deal with bad actors, especially these countries or adversaries who are using oil as leverage. Our national defense, ladies and gentlemen, is in jeopardy. And this should be extremely concerning. We've used around 50+% of our strategic petroleum reserves. Those reserves are meant for emergency, for war. And we're using them to manipulate prices at the pump. We could be wrapped up in multiple wars here very, very soon. And technically, we're already in 2 wars right now. But to what extent do these wars begin to heat up and more of U.S. soldiers land up going to the Middle East, going to Eastern Europe, going to Taiwan? This could escalate. We're not prepared. We're running low on munitions, on drones, on oil. This is very, very troubling. Now, shifting gears here a little bit. Cincinnati station ABC, WCPO. Self-storage prices soaring. Do you really need a self-storage unit? I have one. I've already begun packing for my move. And I can tell you the days of $100 a month self-storage facilities, that's over, not coming back. It says here units that were $135 per month have jumped to $235 per month. I'm paying, I think, about $250 per month for a climate-controlled unit. And those rates are probably going to continue to go up higher and higher. And if you fall behind on these units, they're going to ding your credit and they're going to auction off whatever's in your unit. You'll lose it. And I'm bringing this article up because more people are getting evicted from their condos, their apartments, their home rentals. People are defaulting on homes. They're having to move out. They're downsizing. And so when you're in this predicament or you're moving like myself, you need a storage unit. Problem is when people are going broke, they've been evicted. They've lost their home. They've defaulted on a loan, and now the bank is taking the property. And so everything they have now is sitting in a storage facility. It's going to get more and more difficult for a lot of people to afford these prices now, because they're not $100 or $135. They're going to $235, $250, $300, depending, location and the size. But it's going to get much, much more difficult for people when they do get evicted or when they do lose their homes. Where are they going to put all this stuff? What are they going to do with all of it? These storage facilities, they're booming. There's people living in some of these places. That's how bad it is. There's people living in U-Haul trucks, ladies and gentlemen. Storage facilities, U-Haul trucks, dilapidated RVs. Right down the street, there's 20, 25 RVs now parked in one little area right off the road. Berkshire Hathaway posts a 40% jump in operating earnings. Cash pile swells to a record $157 billion. What does Warren Buffett know? Why the pile of cash, $157 billion? What is Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway preparing for? Why do they need all this cash? Why are they parking cash on the sidelines? California governor wants to spend $640,000 each for $10,000 mental health beds. The governor's proposition, it's called Proposition 1, seeks a $6.4 billion tax on millionaires to fund $10,000 mental health beds. Now, why in the world do we keep wanting to go after everybody for taxes? More taxes on this group, more taxes on that. We got the mansion tax in LA. Now we're going to put more taxes on millionaires. And look, I'm appalled by what I had to pay in taxes. I'm sure you're sick in your stomach or sick to your stomach about what you had to pay in taxes last year. But I just think whether you're a millionaire or you make $100,000 a year, you make $40,000 a year, I just think it's atrocious. It's criminal with what they're taking from people. Why should millionaires be liable for 10,000 mental health beds? Why not take some of that money that we've been sending over to Eastern Europe and other countries? Why not take some of that and help these people out? Why is it going after hardworking people or billionaires who bring jobs to California or jobs to multiple states, right? Like, we need millionaires and billionaires who create these jobs, right? Because they bring these big companies, or maybe it's a small company, but you know, these millionaires are creating jobs, and those jobs create a lot of tax revenue. The workers pay taxes. Their commercial real estate pays taxes. The millionaires pay taxes. But we continue to want to outlaw people who are making money and creating jobs and bringing jobs to certain states. And again, why not take some of this money that we so graciously give to the world and maybe give that to people that need it, like who need these beds, who need these mental health beds, and who need help. You know, too many times I turn on the television and I see commercials that, you know, donate to help these veterans, donate to help the police, donate to help the firefighters, donate to help this cause, donate to help these people. Why is it up to us, as we're literally losing 62 cents of every dollar to taxes? Why do we have to feel guilty because we don't have the money to donate to these people? Yeah, I want to help the police or the firefighters or the veterans or certain groups of people. Yes, it's wonderful to help these people. But why aren't they getting help right now? Why aren't the veterans getting billions of dollars right now? But yet we continue to send it over to all these other countries, but we can't help the veterans right here. We can't help people with mental health issues right here. We can't help people who have had traumatic experiences. We can't help people who've had their legs blown off, or police officers who lost their lives in the line of duty and now their families need help. We can't help those people. No, we're too busy giving billions and billions and billions of dollars to people all over the world that we don't know, that we have no idea where the money's going. There's no accountability where this money's going, where the food's going, where all the aid is going. Yet I watch these commercials and they want me to donate and donate and donate. I'm going, man, where is my government? The one I give all that money to every year in taxes. Where are they? Why isn't my tax money, at least if you're going to take all this tax money from me, why not just at least give it to some people that need it? That at least would at least justify it, make me feel a little bit better, that it was at least helping people in my country that need some help. Not, sending missiles and drones and munitions and all this to other countries to get more and more people killed. I'm going to leave it there today. Don't mean to rant, but it really makes me a little angry to know how much of we work so hard, and then all the money we pay in taxes and how it's so wasted. It's so wasted. And the people that need the help right here in America aren't getting the help. God bless. Have a good day. Stay safe out there, ladies and gentlemen. You need to get ready. But remember, what are you getting ready for? Think about that. What are you getting ready for? And think about how you need to be getting ready. Comment down below. What should we be getting ready for, and how should we be getting ready? I think I'm going to stick to the same things. You better have security. You better have food, water. You better have assets. You better be getting your debts paid down. You better know how to do stuff. You better have skill sets. You have to be multidimensional now, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people are going to be losing their jobs to technology and AI and a depressed economy. We're going into a major depression here. People are going to lose their jobs. They're going to be hurting. They're going to be suffering. Do whatever you can right now to avoid that, to be getting ready. Have a good weekend. Stay safe.